The Hook Man. Considered one of the most famous urban legends of all time. And welcome back.
Hi guys, and welcome back. We have decided that we are going to talk about an urban legend, one of the most popular urban legends of all time. This is one that Ricky picked out himself.
The Hook Man story. It's a great story. It is.
This is a really terrifying story that started in the 1950s.
It did, yes. Many variations. It's been used in many different shows and movies and all throughout that time period from then till now.
It is believed that the Hook Man kills innocent people, especially
young couples roaming around at night doing stuff they shouldn't be, because it believes that young people, especially young couples, should have a curfew. One of the earliest appearances of the Hook in print was in the Dear Abby column. I think it was dated November 8th, 1960. Dear Abby, if you are interested in teenagers, you will print this story. I don't know whether it's true or not, but it doesn't matter because it served a purpose for me. A fellow and his date pulled into their favourite lover's lane to listen to the radio and do a little necking.
That's horrible.
Do a little necking. Oh,
They
cheeky.
could have made it a bit more
Yeah, but I guess
just said,
in 1960...
They could have said, like, at least make out.
The music was interrupted by an announcer who said there was an escaped convict in the area who had served time for rape and robbery. He was described as having a hook instead of a right hand. The couple became frightened and drove away. When the boy took his girl home, he went around opening the car door for her. What gentleman.
That's nice.
She had to sit there like... Then he saw a hook on the door handle. I don't think I will ever park to make out for as long as I live. I hope this does the same for other kids. So that's one of the earliest stories printed. It has been used since then in many different things. So you have the Hook Killer is an inspiration for the serial killers I Know What You Did Last Summer.
I watched that film.
It's a good film.
It's still nice.
Yeah. The Hash Slinging Slasher in SpongeBob SquarePants.
That is a class episode.
It is. It's a bit of a weird one that a child show uses it, but obviously it's a fictional, vengeful spirit that Squidward told in a story to freak SpongeBob out. However, the difference between the Hashling and Slasher and the Hook is that his hand is a spatula, not a metal hook.
Remember that episode?
Vaguely. I remember some of it.
It was a very good, very, very good episode. It's got to be one of my favourite episodes of SpongeBob.
It's also been made into a slasher movie called Lover's Lane, which was made in 1999.
Haven't seen that.
I didn't realise there was a movie called Lover's Lane. So I might have to give it a watch. It was used in a popular TV show called Supernatural that I know many people have watched.
That.
The Hook Man was in it as a villain in episode 7, season 1.
It's a very, very good TV show. I do recommend it, guys, because it is amazing. The Hook Man himself is surrounded in quite a lot of mystery. Not many people have seen his face.
Yeah.
But we did a little bit of research to find out what appearance that he
is most widely known for.
Yeah.
Because obviously there'll be many people giving many different versions of him. Just like the stories, many different variations. And everything changes.
Yeah.
It's like Chinese whispers. It all changes as the folklore gets older.
Yeah. But this is the main one that we found quite a lot while doing our research. So the appearance makes him recognisable within the legend. So if you've seen this dude, you would automatically be like, this is Hook Man.
To be fair, you see a man with a hook for a hand, I'd still be like, what are you?
That's very true.
Something a bit dodgy.
I mean, something from the 1950s with a hook as a hand, you'd be like,
Yeah.
you want to kill me?
To be fair, look at anyone from the 1950s and I'm like, you want to kill me?
So, as I was saying, he appears as an old man with a beard. He wears a raincoat with a rain hat, like a fisherman.
Yeah, like a standard fisherman.
Yeah, so I'm guessing it'd be all in black because...
Well, I hope he's not wearing all yellow.
You float too.
Yeah. Going, you'll float too, and stabbing me.
It is his right hand that has the hook.
So if you see someone with a left, he's fine. Into Lover's Lane, see someone with a left hand, pick him up, take him home.
Yeah.
It'll be fine. No issue. Don't hold me accountable if you die. But just say that just in case.
No one has actually seen this. Is it urban legend, murder, killer, however you want to say it, face. He has only been seen as a silhouette.
There's no distinct features to the face, just apparently he's an older man with a beard, in some rain gear, and a right hook for a hand.
Here is a story which is most popular. No, when talking about Hitman.
Yeah.
I am going to let Ricky read this as I'm not reading it.
A teenage boy drove his date to a dark and deserted lover's lane for a makeout session. He turned on the radio for some mood music, leaned over to whisper in the girl's ear, and began kissing her. I wonder what he whispered. Come here often.
And he whispers in the girl's ear, going,
Pass me the sweet chili sauce.
"Are you gonna eat that mozzarella dipper?"
You need a mint. Your breath's nasty. Minutes later, the mood was broken when the music suddenly stopped mid-song. After a moment of silence, an announcer's voice came on, stating that a convicted murderer has just escaped from the state insane asylum, which happened to be located in half a mile of where they were parked.
Wow.
And,
could you imagine that? Like you're just there, right? So you sat in the car with your lover, and this comes on.
Oh, to be fair, I'd rather go with the insane asylum prisoner than the guy telling me he wants my mozzarella dippers. And urging that anyone who notices a man wearing a stainless steel hook in place of his missing right hand should immediately report his whereabouts to the police. The girl became frightened and asked to be taken home. The boy, feeling bold and brave, locked all the doors instead, and assuring his date that they would be safe, attempted to kiss her again. She became frantic and pushed him away, insisting that they leave. Relenting, the boy jerked the car into gear and spun its wheels as he pulled out of the parking space.
Can you imagine, like, the pure fear in this girl? Like, she's like, I want to go home.
She must be scared. Back in 1950s.
What cars were they driving back in the 1950s?
No idea.
Horse and carriage.
A horse and carriage. That'll do. Get into gear by whipping the horse, pulling him to the side as they went down the road. When they arrived at the girl's house, she got out of the car. Reaching to close the door, she then screamed uncontrollably. The boy ran to her side. See, the boy in this story isn't as nice as the other one. He walked around the car and opened it. And was all gentleman-like. Either that, he had an awful car with no central locking.
Like someone else's own.
Mind. The boy ran to her side to see what was wrong, and there, dangling from the door handle, was a bloody hook.
Imagine you were that close to death. Like, knowing that he's come for you, like, he knows what you look like. As well. I think that's the scariest thing, like, you got to think, like, he knows what kind of car you are in.
No, horse and carriage, he knows that it's a black stallion and a white stallion, he knows what he's after. So
he knows, like, what car you're in, what you're wearing, what you look like. Yeah. And could you imagine that pure fear? If that story is true, the pure fear, and I bet...
I'd be... No, it'd be awful, wouldn't it?
Like, what do you think the boy was thinking as well? Like...
Yeah. Although we have taken this scary story and made quite a few jokes of it, it did actually used to scare a lot of people and keep them going out at dark.
I think
trying to, have relationships and everything. It did stop it for quite some time.
I think the main
it did do its job at the time.
If this isn't real, I think the main thing is it was just folklore to make sure.
Or was it folklore and it's actually true?
Yeah. I think that's one thing that we couldn't find any evidence or...
No, the whole story links to different murders and it links to different stories, and the main thing is that it's a guy missing his right hand, without his right hand, and having a hook, and Lover's Lane. They are the two consistencies.
Yeah.
Everything else is different. You have different stories. Like, one of the other stories is called A Boyfriend's Death, which is
more gruesome.
A lot more gruesome. Might do a video on that one. So was it folklore or was it actually true?
That is something... I suppose it's a believe it or not. It's your own opinion. It's your own opinion. So if you believe it or you don't believe us, tell us in the comments, I reckon, of your opinion on this
on this folklore, this urban
The
legend.
legend.
Tell us whether you think it's got any truth behind it. Tell us if you know any other variations.
Yeah.
That we haven't researched. We have researched a few. We haven't included them all in this video because some were just a bit dull, or some were just too
Gruesome.
short and sweet. Or yeah, like the boyfriend's death was a little gruesome. But
Yeah, and we don't want the faint-hearted to faint.
I think that'll be fine.
But anyway, I think that's it for this video.
Yeah, that's it for today.
There will be more content on urban legends. If you know of one that you want us to research, or
Just leave it in the comments and
Yeah.
we'll start doing some research. And if we did miss anything else, just let us know. This is only our second video.
yeah, so like, comment, subscribe, and remember
Share
to
it.
press that bell as well, so you
Yeah.
are notified when we do release. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.
So, ciao.